Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Objectively Yours portion of the show. And I am Joe Mauricio. This afternoon, we're here live at the consular office in Chicago, and the reason why we're here is because our kababayan from the Philippines are here, a special kababayan. Let me tell you why they are special. They are the indigenous people of Mindanao, and they're here through the invitation of the United Nations. Is that right? United Nations in New York. So, well, welcome to Chicago, by the way, and good afternoon to everyone. So, how do you find Chicago? Are you jet lag or what?
Very nice but windy.
Windy? It's not really windy. It's just the politicians are windy. Okay. Can you introduce yourself one at a time for our Chicago viewers?
I will introduce the whole group. I'm Bawan Jacob Lanes of Mandaya Manubo in Moncayo, Compostela Valley. Uh, this is Dato Ramon Bayaan of Ubu Manubo tribe in Arakan, North Cotabato. Then Dato Nestor Apas of Langilan Manubo in Talaingo, Davao del Norte. Joel Dahusay of the Manubo Matigtalomo tribe in Talaingo, Davao del Norte. Awing Apuga, the son of Dato Gibang Apuga of the Ata Manubo tribe in Talaingo, Davao del Norte. Also, we have here by Lahong Chari Balinan of the Atat tribe in Pakibato, Davao City. Bai Magdalena Iligan of Manobo tribe in Surigao del Sur, and Bai Christine Banugan of the Mandaya tribe in Davao Oriental.
You're invited by the United Nations to do what?
Sir, actually, sir, we went to the United Nations. We are the one requesting through our embassy, to schedule us because we submitted a document. We call it the 17 major atrocities committed by the Communist Party of the Philippines against the indigenous peoples of the Philippines, sir.
The communists, the communists are infiltrating your
Communities, yes, sir.
the community.
Yes, sir.
And so what is our Philippine government doing about that?
Actually, sir, the first, our Philippine government has already recognized our rights to our ancestral domain, self-governance, cultural integrity, social justice, and human rights by passing a law in 1997, which is the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act. It is first for any countries to pass a national law recognizing the rights of indigenous people. In fact, we are 10 years after the United Nations has come up with a United Nations Declaration of the Right of Indigenous People. 10 years after we had already a law on recognition of the indigenous people's rights. But it is unfortunate, sir, that while government already recognize our right, there is an armed group that fights the government, that are opposing the government and using us as exhibits. And our communities, they convert into guerrilla bases, and our children, they uh, they develop our children into child warriors. Here with me is Awing Apuga, who was 12 years old when he joined the New People's Army as squad leader of NPA unit. And I have also here Bai Magdalena, 10 years old when he took up arms, no, as cadre of the New People's Army.
You joined the NPA at the age of 12. How do they do that? I mean, how do they recruit you?
Magtagalog lang ko. Simulang 5 years pa ako. 5 years old. Kinuha na ako ng NPA. Doon ako sa tinuruan dahil daw doon sa tinuruan na gusto nila na matuto ako magbasa, magsulat. Totoo naman na sinasabi ng NPA na tinuturuan ako magsulat at magbasa, pero tinuturuan din ako maghawak ng baril at mag-dismantle ng baril. Pagkatapos na 10 years na ako doon sa kanila, sinabihan na nila ako na mag-teacher ka na doon sa mga malalayo na community, upang makatulong ka sa amin. So malaking tulong mo yan para sa atin. Kailangan i-brainwash mo talaga ang mga bata na magalit sa gobyerno.
What makes you, paano ka bumalik uli sa regular living? I mean, paano? How did you get out from the...
Doon ko na na-realize, sir, na lagi na kaming nagsasali sa mga rally, nagpunta ng Manilakbayan sa Manila, at sa sityo namin ay nagkakawatak-watak na, parang hindi na napurma ang ano namin. Noon ko na na-realize na hindi talaga hindi nakakabuti sa ano namin, sa buhay namin dito. Ganun.
Wala namang iba pang mga bata na they take advantage of.
Sa nung teacher ako, kung ano ang tinuturo sa NPA sa akin noon, yun din ang tinuturo ko sa mga estudyante ko. Maghawak ng baril. Ang karamihan doon, ang tinuturuan ko, nag full time na sa mga NPA. Kung hindi nag full time sa NPA, ang kasama doon, laging nag-rally.
Actually, it becomes very rampant, this establishment of supposedly alternative LUMAD schools. In Region 11 alone, in one region in Mindanao, there are at least 72 application of schools. So they are trying to recruit children into that alternative schools and teaching them how to fight government. This is the reason why, yes, sir. That is why 2 years ago, we went to the Manila. 120 IP leaders went to Manila and submitted our complaint to the Commission on Human Rights, to the National Commission on Indigenous People, and even to the Office of the President. The current President Rodrigo Duterte, responded by calling a National IP Summit last January 2018. So we are now trying to come up with a program together with NCIP to unify back our ancestral domains and to fully implement the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act. But we also observe that we cannot unify our community if the fundings from foreign institutions and foreign communities is still going on and helping this group buy provisions, firearms, and ballots, killing our tribal leaders. We have at least 1,000 leaders killed already. We have record of it.
Ilang tribo ang LUMAD?
Ang Pilipinas po ay merong 110 ethnographic tribes. 110 ang buong Pilipinas. Yes. Please do not use the word LUMADs. We asserted it is being used by non-government organization and civil societies. But LUMAD is actually a term which means it can be used by Cebuanos because Cebuanos are LUMAD of Cebu, Bulanons are LUMAD of Bohol. No, that is the tagging being used by the communist to collectively call us Indigenous people in Mindanao. But in Mindanao, we are 18 major ethnographic tribes. 60% of the total IP population is in Mindanao. For every 5 Filipino in Mindanao, 2 are IPs, 2 are Muslim brothers, and 1 migrant.
Yeah, I'm going to that. Since you nasa Mindanao kayo, ano po? Bakit hindi kayo naging Muslim?
Actually, we have a history which is orally transferred from one generation to another. This is the story of two brothers, Mamalo and Tabunaway. The younger brother, Tabunaway, embraced Islam, while Mamalo, the elder brother, remains with his indigenous faith.
Teka muna, nung pagpasok ko dito, ay nakita ko ang magaganda ang inyong ang mga costumes na natawag. Kayo parang naibagay sa mga ipugaw of the Luzon. Pero kayong mga magagandang sombrero. Sino po ang nag-design yan?
Community po namin. Actually, bawat kulay, design, ay may kahulugan.
Talaga po. Tatlong kulay.
Oh, may iba't ibang kahulugan. At pati po ito, tawag namin sa headgear, ito po ay tangkulo. Ang tangkulo is actually only used by the leaders or the dato. If you use this headgear, it means you are ready to resolve conflicts of the community. The requirement of one to be recognized as dato is that he should be able to resolve conflicts in his community. That is the qualification of a leader in our community.
Kayo ba pwede nating ma-reclaim ang Saba?
Ang Saba po kasi ay more on sa mga Muslim brothers natin. Hindi po kami, although meron tayong 110 ethnographic tribes na non-Islam. We have also 9 tribes na Islam. And we respect, we have a talk with the Moro National Liberation Front, with Professor Normiswari. We called covenant of respect and cooperation, meaning they have their own struggle as a Bangsa Moro people and we respect them. But we have also our own struggle as indigenous people and we ask them to respect our own struggle.
No, there are so many tribes. How do you protect? How do you protect your tribe from outside invasion, more or less? Or is there any influence of other tribe over you? Or is there a tribe rivalry between you two?
No. Not so much. We have this what we call traditional mechanism of peace pacts. It is like a blood compact between communities. If there are conflicts in boundaries, our elders usually sit down together and they will make a peace covenant or a blood compact identifying the conflict and identifying the solutions. That's how we survive as indigenous people communities up to now.
Compact with you, we'll be brothers forever?
Yes, that is our tradition, but it is not necessarily like what was practiced in Cebu in pre-Spanish times that they will cut. What we do is it is not between persons, between people. What we do is we make the rituals with the spirits. That's why during our agreement, our blood compact, we usually offer pig, and do our rituals. It is not between people alone. It is with the spirit.
Oh, okay. So I want you to maintain that tradition. That's the heritage that sometimes parang nagiging dinosaur, parang nawawala na.
Yes.
You have to maintain that.
Yes.
Nung Pilipino ko, ayokong mawala yung mga...
Yes, sir.
That's why we're here. Nung marinig namin na nandito kayo na Indigenous people of the Philippines.
That's why we are asking, appealing, sir. Maybe through you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bata, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ito nga ang sinasabi namin, sir. We are appealing for your help. What will you gain?
How could we help you?
First is educate yourself, sir, about us. What we are saying, sir, is you should look at our problems, no, and hear our narratives. Please do not hear it from others because uh, there are organizations that are peddling lies about our situation. They say that kawawa kami dahil yung mga bata namin ay nakahubad. But our elders taught us that lahat naman ng tao ng isilang sa mundo ay nakahubad. Ang mga bata namin na tumatakbo na nakahubad na masaya. Kawawa kami kung hindi namin ma-exercise ang aming kultura sa aming sariling teritoryo. Ito yung naging kawawa kami dahil ang presensya ng Communist Party of the Philippines sa aming mga ancestral domain. They control us. They will not let us practice our culture. And if we assert our right, our leaders are being killed.
How do you protect yourself from getting involved with them?
Now we have an organization. We organize.
Do you have a private army or
No, we don't have.
why not?
We are asking government. We will solve this in a legal means, no, using the law. We cannot. We have experiences. Some of our leaders did that. No, they like katungkuan kay against logging company, si Aterador nga company, si Gawilan, si Amba Dawilan. We have our elders fighting against logging companies.
Isa pa sa mga question ko yan the mining industries is you guys, just like what the Indians here in the United States, when the government found out that there are oil underneath, they uplifted all the Indians and put them in a reservation. Is that happening in the Philippines?
We have already a law, sir, and all projects, including that of government, are required a prior informed consent from the communities of the indigenous people. That is provided by the law. There might be some problems, sir, but we are asserting, no, we are trying to organize, trying to educate our communities about our rights, sir.
You know, Gina has done a lot. Gina Lopez has done a lot in protecting you guys in mining and reforestation in Mindanao.
I think, sir, that is what I am saying just a while. I think even before Gina, no, the mere fact that we are not going away, we are asserting our right in our communities, even before Gina Lopez, we are already asserting. That's why there are still remaining communities, no, forest in Mindanao, because we are there and we continue living there. What would be the gain of the people if you will help us, no, with eliminating the problem of communist groups in our community? First is we are without payment. We are living in the protecting the mountainous terrain of Mindanao. Second, we are preserving our culture and heritage, which we are teaching our children. And third, we are preserving the environment for the future generation.
Where is exactly the LUMAD people live? Are you in the mountain? Are you in the coastline? Or are you...
Both, sir. Actually, sir, before the migrants in 1950s, those who are living in Mindanao are actually all can be considered as indigenous people. But we have a program of a land of promise, where those who are who wants land in problem of land reform in Central Luzon was brought in Mindanao. Then supposedly under the President Magsaysay administration. So that's that. Most of the plains are being occupied by migrants, and we indigenous people are living in the mountainous terrain.
You're in the mountain?
Yes,
Yeah, right. So there's no one in the lowlands, or...
We also have lowlands. We even have a claim on what we call ancestral waters. We also claim that.
So you have the rights to fish
Yes.
in that area, just like the Indians here in the States. So anything else that you would like to add? Anybody else? I like to see how you guys protect yourself from other tribes.
We have a uh, traditional boundaries. We are guided by peace pacts, peace agreements. We also have bagani, a tribal warriors. In the Manubo, we call it bagani. In northern part of Mindanao, in the Higaonon, they call it alimaong. Uh, and other areas, they call it magahat. Then in Subanen, they call it magalong. These are the tribal warriors. They are the law enforcers of our customary laws.
Yeah, that's I like to see something like that. A much stronger protection from you guys from within, rather than national protection.
Yes.
So
Actually, yes. Yes. We are now in the process of unifying communities and identifying our indigenous political system because this was affected by policies of past administration. For example, in the 1970s, we have this Commission on National Integration that tries to mainstream or integrate us into the mainstream. But the government already dropped that policy. In 1987, government already recognized that we are indigenous people and they will recognize our right, including our cultural integrity.
I want to know what the indigenous people are like. Your dish, your food. What do you eat?
We have we have different what we call delicacies. Yes, we have diverse. The culture, the beauty of Mindanao is that first is it has three peoples. They have Muslim, the migrants, and the indigenous people. Then every tribe has its own customary laws, has its own indigenous political structure. It has its own costumes. It has its own dialect. It
Each tribe has a different costume.
yes.
Yeah.
It has its different indigenous political structure leaders.
Do you have a dance?
Yes. You want us? Oh, sige. Okay.
Kono ka og kaldo